let's talk about home decor, specifically home decor that you're not going to get tired of. Trends come and go. You buy something because you saw it on Instagram. Trust me, I've been there. But I want to talk about pieces that you will look at every day and think, that was a good choice. When I was starting my home decor journey way back when I was buying home decor, seeing what I liked, now looking at those pieces, they are not something that I would ever have in my home now, but you gotta start somewhere. I'm gonna refrain from using the word timeless in this video because timeless can mean so many things to all of us. Everyone has their own unique style and everyone views different pieces as timeless. For me, timeless is a floral print. To you, that might be the worst thing on the planet. I don't know. So to start off, I love a great design book, coffee table book, something you can learn from, but also has really pretty pictures in it. I love nothing more than to collect coffee table books, cookbooks, anything that's just a big, giant book, has a great cover. I really like sourcing mine from thriftbooks.com because you can get them for so cheap. I even like bigger magazines. There's one called The Bible of British Taste. I think that's what it's called. I'm dying to get my hands on that. But it's something like that where it's more collectible. You can have it out on a surface. People can look through it. Maybe it's in your bathroom, your living room, wherever it may be. I also think these are just a great source to have to do your own research. Pinterest is amazing. The internet's amazing, but sometimes it's good to go back to the basics. And I've actually never gotten rid of a design book that I have because they never really get old. I don't look at it and I'm like, oof, this was a trend that I should not have involved myself in. Even if you kind of outgrow the style of the book topic, if it's like modern design, you're not really into that, I think it's still nice to have around. And you never know when inspiration can strike and you have this tangible source to look back on. So design books, source them anywhere. Those are always something good to have. The next item I have is a wall sconce. You guys know I love wall sconces. I mention them in a lot of different videos. There are actually a lot of different places you can get these that are not wired. They're like battery operated or LED because I'm sure a lot of you guys rent spaces. You can't rewire the wall. We can't do that here since we rent. So having a wall sconce, even if it's a candle sconce where you put like a tapered candle in it, these never look bad. I've put them in all the apartments I've lived in, this house. I just think they elevate a living space so much. You can put them anywhere. Kitchen, bathroom, living room, bedroom. The candle sconce is probably the best option if you want something really affordable. I love these on either side of a picture, a TV, a photo, a mirror. I really don't think you're gonna look at it and think that it was a mistake. I feel like people should grow their appreciation for a sconce. It really draws focus to that area, helps frame it, whether it's, like I said, a TV, picture, whatever it may be. I think symmetry is always a good thing to add in a space. You gotta have a balance of asymmetry with symmetry. It helps the eye flow through the space. It just looks visually appealing. I love a sconce, and I think you should too. I'm also really into like Art Deco, modern Italian sconces, whether they're red or chrome. I think they are so cool, and I think this mixed with something more traditional, like a floral bedspread or striped or an old English couch would look so good. And I talk about English style a lot just because that's what I love, but obviously it can go with whatever your style is. I'm just prone to talk about the Brits because I love their style. And like I said, having an extra source of light is always helpful, especially if you live in a place with really harsh overhead lighting. Get as many sources of light as you can. Which brings me to my next point, lamps. I know this is probably obvious, but the power a good lamp holds is crazy. There's nothing better than a really amazing vintage lamp. Some of my lamps, I'm not gonna lie, I do not like, so we're working on that, but some of them I do love. For instance, don't worry, I have it right next to me, this lamp. I got this lamp base from Goodwill, And I ordered this lamp base, I think it was from Amazon, and I'm obsessed with this. I have 2 of them. I love the modernness. It's very 80s to me. It was probably in a hotel because there were like a million of these lamp bases at the Goodwill, but I love the little sphere on top with the like triangular tapered base mixed with the more traditional lampshade with the wicker element. I think it looks so good. I think that's kind of like the thesis of this video, is just finding pieces that bring you pure joy. You look at every day and you're like, that was a great decision I made. And I think the root of that feeling is having pieces that truly speak to you and spark joy within you, and they fit your individual style. And it can take a second if you're like new to home decor, you don't really know where to start. It's definitely easier said than done at times, but once you get in your flow, you're gonna be finding pieces all over the place. So lamps, also make sure you do a warm bulb. I don't want to see white light coming out of your lamp. There's something about bright white light that literally makes me on edge. If I go into someone's home, they turn on the overhead lights and it's like a hospital, I'm genuinely overstimulated. I'm like on pins and needles. Like my eyes hurt. I can't even hear you because it's so bright. Please get some warm light bulbs, please. Okay, next topic. Cool picture frames. And by cool, I mean whatever you think is cool. To me, I love a textured picture frame. I have one with cane on it. I love a vintage picture frame. I love a neon picture frame. I know it's been a trend on Pinterest to do the gigantic picture mat with a tiny piece of art. That will always look good to me. I think that's the coolest thing ever. I'm dying to do that with pictures of my son. I love how a picture frame and a mat can draw so much attention to a piece of art or a photo. I love the look of a ton of picture frames on a mantle or on a console table. I think that looks so good. It's very traditional. It's been done for eons, but I also love the kind of new tradition of having a small photo in a giant frame. I really like the idea of playing with scale, and you can have so much fun with pattern, with color. I've actually made 2 frames for my friend and my mom that were covered in fabric. I saw a video that Lone Fox made, like a DIY video of covering a mat and a frame in fabric, and I don't know why I had never thought of that before. So I started doing that. It looks like you ordered it from some super custom place, but it's actually so easy to do. You literally just glue fabric to it and cut it, and that's it. So for my mom, I got this big square picture frame with a giant mat and a tiny little hole in the middle for the picture. I covered it in floral fabric, and in the middle, I took my son's handprint, printed it on a piece of paper, cut it, put it in the middle, and it looks so good. I love stuff like that. It's heartfelt, it's meaningful, it's cool to look at, it adds personality, and all of those elements are something that will always be true to you and you'll always enjoy looking at. It's something that can really transform your space, even through such a simple item. My next item is cool dishware. I am a dishware fiend. I love it so much, specifically splatterware. I love when it's mixed matched and you have one of each. I just think it looks so good. I love nothing more than having a huge dinner spread in the spring and summertime and coordinating my food with the season and my home decor. It's very fun and it makes for a really good picture. I love a splatterware platter with some veggies on it. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. And I mean, the food tastes good too, but it looks good. I mentioned this in one of my other videos, but we're going to London soon. And if you know me, you watch my channel, you know I love Liberty of London. I won't go into it, but you know the story. They have a huge homeware section, and you bet your bottom I'm getting some homeware to take home. This is definitely something that sparks so much joy for me. I also have Matilda Gode's flatware, and when I tell you, I'm not kidding, every time I look at it, I'm like, wow, this is one of my favorite objects in my home. It's so fun, and again, matching the color of the handle to the food is very fun, I'm not gonna lie. It just brings so much playfulness, and even if you don't really like color, I completely get that, but I think finding something that's a little bit more unique than just your standard flatware from IKEA or something, doing a little more digging and finding something, maybe it's vintage, maybe it's from some niche website you found. You can also get lots of silverware on eBay if you don't want to spend a ton of money, because some flatware can get real expensive. But if you do some digging on eBay and things like that, you can find really, really cool stuff. So dishware, glassware, silverware slash flatware. You use it every single day. You might as well love it. Do some digging. I want to know what you guys find. Dishware is like my kryptonite. If I see it, I will be purchasing it. Similarly to that, vases are another thing that if I see it, I'm gonna purchase. I love a vase of all shapes and sizes. I have a vase that looks like a goose head. I have this little green vase. The power of a vase is amazing. This truly sparks joy. I know I've said sparks joy about 20 times in this video, but that's what home decor is all about. You want to be happy when you look at it and not full of regret. So having a vase and some fresh flowers, you can't beat it. And again, there are so many places you can find vases, thrift stores being the #1 place. You can even use different objects as vases, whether it's a cup, a mug, a drinking glass, anything can be a vase. Again, this is something that you can put anywhere. I don't think you're gonna look at a vase with flowers and think, that's dumb and ugly and I shouldn't have done that. I think you're gonna think, wow, that makes me happy and I'm so glad I listened to Lindsay and bought a cool vase. Just saying. Wherever you go next, think, okay, I need something to put flowers in. What can I choose that's maybe a little unconventional? Maybe it's a coupe and you can put a frog in it and put flowers in it. Just something unique that adds a little bit of interest to wherever you put it in your home. So, vases. Love them. My next item is vintage or just cool storage. I think we're all in need of a little more storage in our lives. Our house has very, very little storage, so we've had to get creative and get other items where we can shove stuff into. I think finding pieces that really speak to you and maybe they aren't being used for exactly what they're intended to. Maybe it's an old vintage wood toolbox and you put napkins in it and you put it in your dining room. That would look so good and so cool. Not only is it extremely helpful, it's also just fun to look at and you can put art on top of it. It's a great base to style off of. I love seeing vintage wood pieces like an apothecary table or shelving unit in a kitchen because there's so many drawers. There's endless opportunities for what you can put into it, or a bathroom, especially Q-tips, makeup, toilet paper, whatever it may be. A bedroom, especially. If you don't want a dresser, get creative and get something that isn't a dresser but acts like one. This goes into my last point, so I'll just wrap them up together. But cool items that serve a purpose, you're always gonna love. What I mean by that, it could be a lemon squeezer that looks like a fish. I really want one of these. I might purchase one soon. A butter bell that you take off the top and you store your teaspoons in it. A nice vintage stoneware bowl that you put your eggs in and leave it on the counter. Anything that's not just your standard piece you picked up at the store, but still serves a very useful purpose. The Otahayman has a salt cellar that I want so badly. I just have never pulled the trigger because it is not cheap, but it looks like a little monster. So things like that where you're going to use it every day, but it's gonna add so much personality and you're never gonna look at it and think this could be better because you chose an item that is already great and speaks to you and what your style is. The kitchen is a great place to start if you want to get into more useful but unique items, because you always need storage in a kitchen. If you're cooking a lot, you want to have your ingredients out on display. You don't really want to put them in their original packaging or keep them in their original packaging because that's not cute. So finding things that can still house them, they're easy to use, they're quick, but look cute is key. I wanted to keep my items specifically to home decor and not really furniture. Furniture is a whole other thing. I could probably do a whole other video on that. But these are the small items that you can pick up easily. But sometimes it can be hard to find versions of these items that feel very unique and something that you're not going to get tired of looking at, because that is, the basis of this video. I really do believe in the power of home decor, because if you're home every single day, you're looking at these items every single day, you want to make sure they mean something to you and it's not just another thing you purchase that's just taking up space. If you go out of your way to make it more intentional, find something that genuinely speaks to you, like I said, sparks joy, I really do think it'll make your everyday life just like 1% better. So let me know if you find anything. I would love to know that. Like I said, it might take a while, some trial and error, but once you find that item, you're going to be obsessed with it and never want to let it go. So I hope you guys enjoyed. My husband and I will be in London very soon, and I will be doing some shopping. I will be picking up some items and I will be showing you in a video. So be on the lookout for that. And I cannot wait to share with you guys everything I got. So hope you guys enjoyed and I will see you next time. Bye.